AM Sports Report brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress. Prices dropped on the remaining closeout mattresses. 7 premium queen sets left and a bunk bed blowout. Prices starting at $275 for twin bunk beds. They have a queen upholstered bed frame for $450 and lots of other amazing deals on the remaining closeouts. Northwest Furniture and Mattress. Big red rocking chair on Elmoff Adams and LeGrand. LHS Girls Wrestling took 5th place Saturday at the Jaybird Memorial Tournament. The Tigers had 1 champion, 5 placers, 190 pounds. Maddie Armstrong won another tournament. She's having a heck of a senior season. The placers were at 104th. Ellie May. I always say her name wrong. God, Eiley May. I can't ever say her name right. I butcher it. And then at 106th, Ella Rastine. At 105, 6th, Carly Radke. At 126th, Avery Robinson. And at 135th, Emmeline Livingston. The boys sent the returning 4 state placers from last year down to the Doc B tournament. Tommy Belding went 2-2. Bregan Anderson and Noah Collins each won a match, and Dex Dunlop unfortunately didn't win any matches. But I mean, this is the toughest tournament there is. It's all state placers and state champions. The 165-pound weight class had the number 1 kid in the country. I'll get some pictures up of that if I can get them done. Arlie Anderson sent me some pictures. There's not a lot, obviously, because we only wrestled a few matches. We only had 4 kids that placed last year. LHS girls swim team won 2nd place overall of 13 teams at the swim meet at Lewis and Clark College, hosted by Riverdale High School over the weekend. Congratulations to them. On our social media, you'll find all the placers. You know, there's too many to read. So if you want to see who placed where, go to our social media and check it out. LHS boys basketball lost 2 over the weekend to 5A teams, Redmond and Crook County. They head to Ontario today to kick off GOL play. They tip off at 8 o'clock Mountain Time for their, like I said, first GOL game of the year. The LHS girls basketball team lost a tough one to Redmond on Saturday, which is the number 1 team in 5A. It's kind of they're really good. That was a tough week for the Tiger girls. They played the number 1 team in 3A earlier in the week, and then the number 1 team in 5A on Saturday. They head to Ontario today for their GOL tip-off as well, 6 o'clock Mountain Time. EOU women's basketball beat OIT on Friday, which was a huge win. OIT was ranked 18th in the country. And then Saturday, they just came out flat, and they lost their first game of the year. They're 15-1. They're still in first place in the conference. I'm sure they're going to get some votes in the national polls this week. They have Corbin and Bushnell at home this weekend. The men beat both OIT and Southern on this trip down south over the weekend, that's the first time that's happened in a long time. 10 plus years probably, I would imagine. I can't remember the last time it happened. It's crazy. This Mounties team is an offensive juggernaut, but on Friday night against OIT, it was pretty low scoring. I don't remember the score right off the top of my head, but it was a fairly low scoring game, and the Mounties, they looked really good. They're also in first place in the CCC right now. Finally, EOU men's wrestling will host Corbin on Thursday at 5:30 p.m., and this will be senior night. The senior night was supposed to be Sunday, this last Sunday. Evergreen canceled, so they moved senior night to Thursday at 5:30 p.m. So if you don't got anything to do on Thursday night, go check them out. This weekend, the AAU tournament for LeGrand is boys and girls basketball is happening at the Wildcat Center. And it's going to be cool. I mean, there's going to be a lot of good young basketball. AAU gets pretty good support in this town. I think Pepsi sponsors it. It's cool. AM Sports Report brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress. They want to make you comfortable in your own home.